Good morning, good morning, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's your favorite trainer, Coach Chuck, joining you like I said I would. Today, things are firing. Things are firing exactly as I planned them. When you prepare, things go well. So, welcome to day 3 of the workout. We got a couple of things to cover today. The first thing that I always like to do is I'm gonna just give it another minute. But we're gonna start off with kind of connecting to the body. It is a lot. It is a lot, especially if you haven't or you're not used to asking your body to get up so early. It is a lot to ask of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the workout off by greeting and waking the body up kind of slowly, acknowledging that it took a lot for your body to do what getting up this morning. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to introduce a couple of new movements today, mostly for core. Then we'll get into our Tabata. I always like to start the day off or the workout off with a nice Tabata. It's kind of HIIT training, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We do that for about 8 minutes. And then we're going to get into a 16-minute kind of, it's actually another EMOM, where I'm going to give you an assignment, except this time we're going to go for 2 minutes. And then you have 2 minutes to get everything done, and then we just kind of keep repeating those movements. I'm going to teach you a seated hamstring stretch, which is an awesome stretch for those of you that have to sit at a desk all day long. It's one of the stretches that when I was doing my corporate wellness programs that I would encourage people to actually do. Then we'll do an affirmation. And then if there's any questions that you have that you would like answered today before this class is over, I would invite you and encourage you to put those in the comments. And if there's time, I will try to read those and get back at you. Okay, so let's go ahead and stand up. I'm going to invite you to stand up with me. You're going to find your square. I've talked about that square before, right? When we're on our square, we're eating properly. We are sleeping properly. We are giving our bodies the things that they need. So let's go ahead and get on that square. You can go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now we're going to just start with the breathing, right? And I like that deep breathing. And I'm not so particular at the beginning of this that we need to breathe with our in through our nose and out through our mouths. I actually like to just open up my mouth and take all the air in through my mouth, get as much in as I can to stretch out those lungs, and then breathe it out through my mouth as well. So just starting. Now, as I'm breathing, I'm going to shift my weight into my heels. I'm going to shift my weight into my toes. I'm going to shift my weight back into the heels. I'm going to say hello to my toes. I'm going to say hello to my heels, right? I'm going to say good morning. Thank you for supporting me. They are literally supporting you this morning at 5 o'clock, okay? I'm going to say good morning to those ankles. I'm going to do a couple of ankle circles, right? I'm going to go in each direction. I'm still breathing. Right? Now, I'm going to get into making little circles with those knees. In one direction, the other direction. I'm still kind of breathing. I'm going to get into some circles with the hips. Hello, hips. Good morning. Thanks for literally supporting me this morning at 5 o'clock in the morning. All right? I'm going to get into the core. So I'm going to be drawing that belly button in and then relaxing it. Drawing that belly button in and relaxing it. Saying good morning, abdominal muscles. I'm going to start engaging the rib cage and then letting it relax. Now, all this time, I'm still breathing, right? Good morning, rib cage muscles. Right, I'm going to get up into the shoulders. Start doing some reverse circles. Still trying to breathe. Good morning, shoulders. Do about 2 of those, and then I'm going to reverse, go in the opposite direction with the shoulders, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and do some flexion and extension of those arms, right? So I'm bending the arms up, making that angle smaller, and then stretching them out. Good morning, biceps. Good morning, triceps. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and flex those fingers and extend them. Flex those fingers and extend them. Good morning, fingers. We're gonna need you guys on deck this morning because we're gonna be in our plank positions. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and go up into the neck. I'm going to start off by tucking the chin, raising the head, tucking the chin, raising the head. Good morning, cervical vertebrae. And then I'm going to start looking to the left, keeping the shoulders squared towards the front. And then I'm going to look to the right. I'm going to do that twice. All right, and I'm going to reach back. Hands up in the sky. All right. Woo. All right. Okay, now I'm going to open up my eyes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, that seems very simple, but man, do I feel like I'm a little more awake this morning. I mean, that helps better than the coffee. So, let's get into the new movements of today. Now, I'm going to introduce two movements, and I'm going to invite you guys. This was a suggestion from my girl, Kate. Thank you, Kate. I'm going to invite you guys to actually do these with me as we do them. So the first movement that I'm going to introduce is called a spine reach and tap. What that is we're going to get down into our push-up position on the ground. Now, whenever we're in the top of our push-up position, I want you guys to be very aware of the fact that a lot of times when I see people do this at the gym, this is what I see. Hands are here, right? And then hands are here, meaning I'm in this kind of position. So like I'm on the ground, arms are way out here, right? This is not ideal because resistance travels in a straight line. What I want to do is I want to back those hands up, get them underneath my hip or underneath my shoulders, right? So that I'm creating a straight vertical line. So this is very different than this. So you want to be either on top of the hands with your shoulders or you want to be in front of your hands with the shoulders. If you have wrist issues or flexibility with that, we will address that at some point in the class because there are some awesome stretches that you can do to improve your, extension of your wrist and then flexion of your wrist, okay? So, spine reach and tap. So from my plank position, right, feet are wide, I'm gonna make my belly button tight and take my rib cage and really pull it up, right? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and reach out, extend my hand over my head, and then I'm gonna go back and tap my spine, put the hand back on the ground. Reach out, come back, tap the spine, put my hand back on the ground. Now when you're doing that, I want you to go ahead and try like 3 of those. Or let's go 2, right? 1 on each side. When you are doing that, you want to try to minimize the hip shift when you're doing it, right? So like when I get into this position, when I lift this hand up, my body naturally wants to gain a mechanical advantage by shifting, right? Because then I can, again, resistance travels in a straight line. So this is giving me an advantage, right? If I do this. Now, if you're doing that, that means you're not using your core. So try to use the core by making your belly button tight, by taking your rib cage and sucking it up. Okay, reach out, tap. Reach out, tap. Okay? Give you just a second. While you do that, I'm gonna have some water. You guys brought your water, right? Beautiful water. You need water. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Carla. It's my sister. Hope you're having a good week on your first day or your first week of your new job. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Scott. Okay, next movement is a swimmer. So what a swimmer is it's just a movement where I'm gonna look like I'm swimming. So I'm gonna pull my mat out, get down on the ground, and I'm gonna tilt you guys just a little bit more. I need a technician in here with me. Okay, so I'm gonna get on the ground, I'm gonna point those toes, and I'm gonna extend the hands. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these hands and act like I'm in a pool. I'm going to reach out like I'm gonna grab water. I'm gonna keep my arms straight as I pull that water back and raise my chest and my head off the ground. Then I'm gonna bring those hands back in, the head goes down, and I'm swimming. Now, you can modify this by lifting the legs up and pointing the toes. I'm gonna go out, grab the water, bring it back. Okay? You guys try like 3 of those. Now, the key points to that one is that when you're on the ground, if you're going to do the modification where you lift the legs with your glutes. And if you can keep your knees straight, your glutes will do most of the work. If you bend your knees and you're trying to lift those legs, your low back will take over. It's okay if your low back does take over, but what we want is we want to try to increase your glute activation, not your low back activation. Everybody here on the live and not on the live has awesome low back engagement, but we need to work on the glute engagement. Okay? All right. So those are the 2 movements. Hopefully you guys, if you have any questions on those, we got about 2 minutes and I got some time to engage you. Otherwise, I'm gonna move on. Start explaining the Tabata. Now again, the Tabata workout or the Tabata warm-up is a series of movements that you do for 20 seconds and then you get 10 seconds rest. It is on a continuous clock, right? So I start the clock, boom, we go into the movement for 20 seconds. Then you get to rest for 10 seconds and then you start the next movement. And we do that usually for about 8 rounds. And it's meant to just kind of prep your body, get you ready for the actual meat and potatoes of the workout. Okay, so the Tabata workout today is going to be, we're going to start with some jumping jacks, and then we're going to throw those swimmers in there that we just did. And then we're going to do some jumping jack toe touches, and then we're going to mix it with those reaching spine taps. Today, those are the only 2 movements that we're going to do in the Tabata. Now, Monday and Tuesday, we had a bunch of movements. But this morning, we're just going to keep it simple because we got a lot to do in terms of the meat and potatoes of it. All right? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So you need a couple of things. You need your mat. You need your towel for your brow. Right? And you need your water. And you need your willingness to work out. So let's go. All right. Get my Tabata clock started. So again, we're going to start with just regular jumping jacks, right? You guys remember the jumping jack. We always start with feet together, hands here, and then we're just going to jump up, right? Soft feet, right? But if a modification to the jumping jack, right? Again, it is a good idea that if you are my age, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, in that range, or even 48, 47, and you haven't been jumping in a while, it's a good idea that first off, that you check with your doctor to make sure that exercise is something that's right for you, okay? Make sure that exercise is something for you. You can't just make up in your mind after being, sitting down for years thinking, oh, I'm going to get up and do Chuck's class because Chuck's a cool guy. You're doing this class at your own risk. You're doing this class at your own risk. Make sure you check with your doctor. However, if you're good and you know that, hey, I might not have been jumping for the last 10 years, but I've been doing push-ups or whatever. I've been active, okay? Here's a modification for the jumping jack. So I can go here. This is still my jumping jack. And if I do that at a nice pace, I'm still achieving the stimulus that we get from a jumping jack, okay? That next jumping jack toe touch is this one, right? So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to touch. Here, and I'm going to touch. Well, I'm going to try to touch, right? Because this morning, Coach Chuck is super tight. Okay? Now, Modification to that one. I can just jump to the side, reach down, jump to the side, reach down, jump to the side, reach down, okay? So again, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're gonna get started here right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Jumping jacks. Nice. Now, you want to, during this, we're not going super fast, right? We're just kind of warming up. We're inviting the body. Again, we are trying to create rested, a good relationship with this movement thing, especially this early in the morning. We got all these. Okay, next one is swimmers. So we're down on the ground, right? We're reaching, pulling that water back as high up as we can. Again, this is not one that we're gonna do super fast. We're just trying to warm up those muscles of the back, squeezing the butt and resting. Again, we're trying to create positive relationship. We got all these relationships in our lives. Most of them are abusive. Jumping jack toe touches. We do not want to add another abusive relationship into our lives. If you're like me, this is my escape, right? I don't want to fight with my escape. I want to have fun with my escape. Okay, next is we're in the plank position. Reach, spine taps. Remember, get those hands underneath the shoulders, feet are wide. I'm going to reach, touch my spine. Place the hand back in the ground softly. Reach, touch my spine. Reach, touch my spine. Reach. Try not to shift those hips. A good trick is to slightly lift the weight off of the opposite leg to kind of help balance you. Good job. We're going to go right back into just regular jumping jacks. Modification is here. Here we go. And it's okay to go back and forth. Don't feel like you're married to either movement. Making sure that you're breathing. Okay, rested. Next, we're going to go into those swimmers. Back on the ground, reaching for that water, pulling the water back, really trying to engage those glutes. Okay. Keeping the arms straight, bring them in super close. Act like you're really in water, you guys. Act like you're really in the water, swimming. If you live in Minnesota, you should be able to swim. We got too much water here for you not to be able to swim. You got to be able to swim. You got to be able to go to the boundary waters. Okay, jumping jack toe touches. You're not a true Minnesotan unless you've gone to the boundary waters. Now, this is what I'm told by one of my 16-year-old client. He's a pitcher over at Highland Park. Told me I wasn't a true Minnesotan because I hadn't been to the boundary waters. What else was it that I hadn't done? But he hadn't been to Paisley Park. So I got him. Okay, spine touches. So we're reaching, tap the spine, reach, tap the spine, reach, tap the spine, reach, tap the spine, reach, tap the spine, reach. Try not to shift those hips. All right, good job. Okay, that's the Tabata. What else was it? He said it was Boundary Waters, State Fair, which I've been to, obviously. Something else. I don't know. If you live in Minnesota, drop in the comments. If you're a true Minnesotan, you have to have done XYZ. I don't know what that is. Anyway, okay. Next, we're going to get into the workout. The meat and potatoes of the workout. Oh, no. I want to throw something new in here. So this is balance work. We're going to try some balance work. We're just going to go through one round of it. We're going to do 12 per side. The first thing we're going to do is what's called a reverse lunge. Right? So we've talked about that reverse lunge. right? The two lunges that you do, or the two functional lunges that you do, is a reverse lunge, is the lunge that helps you work on the muscles of acceleration, right? So even if I'm standing up, if I go to run, right, I'm gonna lean down, put all my weight on one leg and push off of that leg, right? So like I would do on a reverse lunge, right? Forward lunge is deceleration, right? So I'm here, coming down, and I'm slowing down. I'm slowing down, pushing myself back up to standing. But with this balance work, what I want you to do is you're gonna do a reverse lunge here. Now this is acceptable as a reverse lunge, right? As long as I'm leaning forward, putting the weight over that front leg. I'm gonna come out of that reverse lunge into a balance, right? So if you watch football, this is what the goalpost looks like. So I'm gonna go here into a reverse lunge, and then I'm gonna try to lift that leg up as soon as I can, come into balance, boom. Come back here, boom, right? Back into that lunge, boom. Now the modification for that is I'm gonna go into that back lunge. If I can go all the way down, great. If not, this is acceptable. Then I'm gonna bring this foot here right next to it. Stand up and then get into my balance. Trying to get this knee at the height of the hip. Then get into my balance, throw in my goalpost, put the foot back down, go back down, and then back into my goalpost, okay? That's gonna be the first movement. So let's go ahead and knock that out, and then I'll walk you through the second movement, okay? So let's go 12 per leg, 12 per leg. So reverse lunge, we're gonna come out of it super low, find that balance, get your goalpost, get that knee up, own the movement, meaning hold it up here for at least a second, and then you can go back, right? 2. Yeah, it's tricky. Looks easy on TV, right? Looks easy on TV. 3. 4. Woo. 5. Now you're gonna obviously feel this. 6. In the post leg. And for me, I'm feeling it in the muscles in my lower leg. 7, because those toes are gonna have to work. 8, in order to balance me. 9. 10, good job, good job. We got 2 more. 11. And 12, yeah. So with these workouts, shoes are important. You want to make sure that you have a pair of shoes that are flat. And what I mean by that is most shoes have kind of a heel, even like your tennis shoe, meaning that your heel is a little higher than your toe. You want a shoe that's what's called a zero drop, something that is flat, something that is going to mimic if you did not have shoes on and you were walking on grass. Then you want a shoe with a wide toe box, because we're trying to get those toes to start working and spread out, grab the ground, okay? Let's go on the side here. We're going to do reverse lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you might notice 7, depending on what leg you're using. 8, that it might feel a little different. 9, meaning you might have identified a dominant leg. 10. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people aren't very symmetrical. 11, one more. And 12. You just got to make a note of it, right? So if my left leg seems like it does it easier than my right leg, then I just want to make a note of that, kind of try to start paying attention to what I'm doing in my daily life. Do I sit on that side while I talk to people? Right? I'm going to develop the muscles more on that side, and I'm going to make the visible through single leg work. And if we identify that, and what I do to try to correct that, because that could be problematic as we get more in shape, is I try to do what's called a 2-to-1, meaning I would start on the weak leg, do a set, go to the strong leg, do a set, and then finish on the weak leg doing a set so that the weak leg has to do twice as much. Eventually it will catch up. Okay? Next movement. I'm going to do a front lunge or forward lunge. So I'm going to go forward, and then I'm going to explode back to standing, and I'm going to try to find that balance. I'm going to go here, push off that heel, try to find that balance, right? Modification, I'm going to go here. I'm going to push myself back to standing, put that foot down, and raise up. Okay? Let's go 10 per leg this time. 10 per leg. I'm doing a little bit too much explaining, so we gotta keep it moving, All right, so 10 per leg. Here we go. I'm going to lean forward, explode off that heel, find that balance, finish with your goal post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's a little trickier. 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's switch legs. Again, paying attention to if it feels different on each side. I'm going to do that forward lunge, explode off that heel, finish with the high knee and goal post. 1, 2. It's also a good idea to find one spot to look at. 3. So your brain doesn't have to do too much. 4. Because part of balance is your vision. 5. And if you really want to work on your balance, 6. There's a series of closed eye movements. 7 that you can do. 8 that really are cool at barbecues. 9, 10. One of those is just standing on one leg and balancing, right? You get the kids, get everybody standing on one leg. See who can hold it the longest. Then the top 5 people that hold it the longest, then you say, okay, switch legs. You're going to do it again, but you're going to do it with your eyes closed. It gets them all the time. All right, last balance movement, and then we're going to move on. All right, so my toes are on a track, going side to side. My heels are on a track, going side to side. I'm going to place my hands here. I like to place my hands here because it centers me. I'm going to push up to where this leg is pushing through the floor, and this leg has risen off of the floor. I'm going to extend my leg straight out as far as I can. I'm not going to rotate here because that's hip flexor. If we sit all day, that hip flexor is super strong, and your body or your brain will say, oh yeah, we can do this all day. Let's use that hip flexor. No. Keep the foot pointed straight ahead. Internal rotation. Lead with the heel. And if you can, once you commit that leg to the air, you're going to keep it to the air. Let's go 10 per side, and then we will move on. All right? So, center yourself. Lift that leg up. Let's go here. Boom. 1. Again. 2. If you need to, I would rather you put it on the floor than fall into your coffee table. All right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! That lights up my calf muscle on the outside. All right. Let's go other side. Center yourself. Lift that leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, no turning out. Lead with that heel. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. That warms up the hips, but we need them warmed up for these next movements that we're going to do. Okay, 16 minutes of work. What we need 10 push-ups. I want you guys to walk through this with me really quick, and then we're going to get going. 10 push-ups. So, again, when we're in that plank position, shoulders are over the top of the hands. We're not going to be here. Now, the mechanics of that push-up is that my shoulders are going to go forward. And from this position, forward, down. So see how now my hands are lined up with the bottom of my chest. But when I press up, they're lined up with my shoulders, okay? Modification for that push-up is to lower yourself on your toes with shoulders going forward. Push yourself back up on those knees. Get back on the toes, lower yourself, push yourself back up on those knees. Another modification. Keep the knees on the ground. Create a straight line from the top of your head to your knees, right? Shoulders are still going forward, and we're here. Okay? One more modification for that push-up is we're just here, and then we're pointing the elbows back. You can just do quarter push-ups. Okay? Those are 3 or 4 different push-ups that you can do. Pick one. Don't be married to one, right? Now, the number on this is 10. Anywhere throughout the workout, I invite you to cut that in half. Okay? You could do 5, right? Because everything here is 10. At any point in the workout, you can cut that in half or take it down by 2 or take it down by 6, right? But the baseline is 10. Next is going to be sit-ups. So your sit-up, all you want to do is you're going to get down on the ground, right? I want you to get down on the ground with me, all right? Now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and kick my feet out some. Now, I'm going to use my hands to throw my body forward. So I'm going to go above my head, and I'm going to breathe out, and I'm going to come forward. The goal is to try to get the shoulders over the top of the hips. All right, so let's just do 1. We'll do 2 of these. 2. Now, a modification for that sit-up is just to do a crunch. Okay, so you go from here and then just lift that head off the ground as high as you can, and then slowly and lightly lower it back to the ground. So we'll just do 2 of those. 1, 2. Okay? Again, the number is 10. So we got push-ups, we got sit-ups. Next is air squats. We did air squats yesterday. Squats are a good thing for you to do every day, right? The squat is one of the most important movements in working out, because if you ever lose your ability to squat, you will lose your ability to live independently. You squat to get in the car, you squat to do everything. You need your squat. So with that being said, watch my knees. Hips are going to go back, and then I'm going to stand up. Hips are going to go back, and then I'm going to stand up. So the knees bent, but they didn't go forward, right? The reason I don't want them to go forward is because this is more designed here. My butt, my glutes are more designed to support my body weight than this. My knees, they can do it, but 10 years, 20 years of squatting with my knees, now all of a sudden I'm getting knee pain and I need a new knee. Squat with your butt, okay? We need 10 of those. Jump squats are next. Yes, jump squats. So we're going here, jump. Now, you notice I'm not leaving the ground. I'm not trying to grow up and dunk a ball. I'm just trying to accelerate from that squat position. Again, you do not even need to leave the ground. You just need to come out of the pocket hot so that you feel like the momentum is going to pull you up. We need 10 of those. Then we need dips. Oh, you're going to need a chair. You are going to need a chair or a coffee table. The dips are going to be, I'm going to use this, which is kind of a stool. I'm going to sit down. My hands are on, like if this would be a chair, the seat of the chair. I'm going to walk out. I'm just going to go down, press up, go down, press up. Now, Key to this is I don't want to get my hips too far in front of that and going down here. That's bad for the shoulders. Let's keep the hips close, okay? And then last movement is going to be split squat, right? All I need is 10, 5 per side. So I'm gonna go here, right back up, here, right back up. Now watch my torso. It's gonna travel straight down, right? I know before forward lunge or reverse lunge, I'm telling you to lean forward. Here, up on that back toe, both legs are straight. We're gonna go down, we're gonna come up, okay? 5 per side. You guys ready? I feel like I've been talking too much. It's time to get some work done. It is time to get some work done. So, all of these movements are 10. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 air squats, 10 jump squats, 10 dips, 10 jumping, or 10 lunges, okay? I'm gonna walk you through it. 3, 2, 1, go. First thing that we're doing, push-ups. We need 10 of these. I gave you modifications, so go ahead and knock them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guys, we got 2 minutes to do this, so don't worry. Just do your work. When we're doing that push-up, we're breathing in on the way down, and we're trying to breathe out on the way up, right? We're using that diaphragm to push us away from the ground. Next movement is sit-ups. We need 10 of these. I'm going to encourage you to modify the number. The most I want you to do is 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Okay, again, with those sit-ups, when I'm going back is when I'm breathing in and filling up those lungs. When I'm coming forward is when I'm breathing out. Okay, now we need those air squats. Remember, knees go back, right? 1, breathe in on the way down, out on the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Next, we're going with those jumping squats. Jumping squats. Catch your breath. Remember, we always take time to force the lungs or force the air in the lungs. Jumping squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. Good job. Next, dips. Grab your chair. Okay. Get your hands down here. I'm almost sitting on my hands. I'm going to walk those hips out. Elbows are going to go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, breathe out. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. We got one left. It's 5 per leg. I'm going to get into this split stance. Get up on this back knee. I'm going to go straight down. 1. And I'm only going to go down as far as I can, right? If I can go all the way down, tap that knee. Awesome. 2. But if I'm only here, that's all right. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, I'm going to switch legs. All right. Back up on that back toe. Both legs are straight. 1, 2, nice. 3, 4, keep that balance, and 5. Good job. So, that took us more than 2 minutes, but that's okay. You know why that's okay? Because I can control the clock. All right, so, grab a little water. This next one, we're going to do a little faster. We're going to do this one a little faster, so let's get it going. Okay? Okay, adjust your numbers as needed. This time I'm gonna try to get it done in 2 minutes. It's a lot, I know, but we can do it. Trust me. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 air squats, 10 jump squats, 10 dips, and then 10 lunges, 5 per leg. You ready? You ready? Don't compete against me, compete against yourself. Don't compete against me, compete against yourself. 3, 2, 1, go. Push-ups, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, sit-ups, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, you can use those arms for momentum. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, air squats. Remember, 10. Knees bend, but they don't go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, it's burning. 10 jump squats. 10 jump squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, oh. Okay, 10 dips. Grab your chair. Sitting on the hands. Remember, don't get the hips too far away from the hands. We're going straight down. Breathe in, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Split lunge. Split stance lunge, right? 5 per leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Oh my God. Keep going. Keep going. The clock is just there to try to push you. Keep going. Keep going. I got mine at 2:03. 2:03. Still not under that 2-minute mark, but that's okay. You know why it's okay? Because I control the clock. Keep going. Good job. I'm going to give it to 2:30, or I'm sorry, 2:45, and then we'll stop it and reset it. We'll do one more of these. One more. 5 seconds. Good job, good job. Keep going. And rest it. All right, awesome. Okay, grab your beautiful water. It's a way that you can thank your body. You got to give it what it needs to do what you're asking it to do, right? If you are a construction worker and you got all the materials except nails, and you're trying to build a house, you'll be sitting there till the nails get there, right? Nothing's going to happen. Your body is a construction worker. It needs water. It needs water. Okay. Enough stalling. Let's get this done. This is the last one. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 air squats, 10 jump squats, 10 dips, 10 split lunges. I encourage you and invite you to change those numbers if you need to, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. Let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sit-ups. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is what's taking so long. 9, 10. Okay, air squats. These go fast. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See how I'm almost losing my balance? I'm way back in those heels. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, jump squats. Same thing, same mechanics, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, dips. 10. Here we go. Keep the hips close to the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, split squats. Back toe, both legs are straight. One straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pushing off that front heel. 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, that one went quick. Did I forget something? No, I'm good. I'm good. Keep going. I'm going to give you the 245. I'm sure you guys are all done, but I'm a nice guy. It's Wednesday. Wednesday, right? Yeah, it's Wednesday. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You can do it. You got up in the morning. That was the hardest part, getting up, right? Doing this. Well, you might as well do it. You're already up. 15 seconds. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. And rest it. Good job, people. Good job. All right. Like I said, I'm playing around with the intensity of all these workouts. Monday was easy. Tuesday was a little harder. Today, I'm going to leave it up to you to tell me. The people that were here yesterday compared to today, I want you to let me know. Was today harder or was yesterday harder? I'm going to have to say today was a little harder because we were moving around a little bit more, but it was a shorter burst, okay? That's my opinion. Drop your opinions in the comments so that I can read it for tomorrow. Okay, next. What do we got next? We got a stretch. The stretch is called a seated hip to hamstring stretch. And I grabbed the wrong stool. You need a chair. Go grab a chair. One without wheels, preferably. All right. This is an awesome stretch. If you sit at a desk. Okay? So, you need a chair and you need, depending on how flexible you are, you need something to put your hands on. Let me just demonstrate what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to bring you down to my level. Bring you down to my level. Right there. Okay. Check me out. Check me out. I got my chair here, and I got something to put my hands on here. All right. So imagine I'm at work, sitting in my chair. I got perfect posture because I've been taking Coach Chuck's class, and he told me about posture and what that does, to me. So I've also been doing my standing desk. I've been alternating between the two. And then it's time to take a break, right? Just a mental check-in body break. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push that chair away from the desk. Then I'm going to reach down and put my fingers on the ground. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a deep breath in. And then as I breathe out, I'm going to try to empty those lungs. And then I'm going to breathe back in as I sit back up. And then I'm going to breathe back in as I sit back up. Now, each time that I do this, I am trying to get closer and closer and closer to getting the palms on the ground. And again, I'm going to be emptying my lungs. I cannot fold my body in half with air in my lungs. It's too much pressure. So, breathing out. breathing in. Now, you just need 5 or 6 of those. Then, depending on how flexible you are, Coach Chuck is not that flexible this morning, so I'm going to raise the floor some kind of way. I can use books, I could use a crate, I could use just anything, or I could just not use anything and just reach for the ground. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my hands on this ball, and then I'm actually going to tuck my chin and raise my hips. Watch this, guys. And I'm going to breathe out as I do this. Okay, I'm tucking my chin. I've pushed the knees back so that the legs are straight. And then, so my shoulders are lower than my hips. And then I'm just going to switch positions mechanically. Now my shoulders are higher than my hips. I'm going to do that again. Tucking that chin, straightening those legs. Sit back down. I'm breathing in. Let's do 4 of these. And then breathe back in. So if I don't have a ball, I'm just going for air. I'm going to try to, maybe I'll grab the back of my legs as I do this, right? So just like this, I could even do outside. I can do inside. I'm going to do inside. And then I'm going to sit down. Raise back up. Reach down, grab the back of those legs. Whoa. I can even reach for the ground once I'm here. One more. All right. I don't know about you guys, but that loosened up a lot. Loosened up a lot in this old man's bones. All right. So, what do we got next? Okay. So that was our stretch. We have our affirmation. But before we do our affirmation, I want you guys to give yourself a nice round of applause, right? Thank yourself. Thank yourself. We don't get thanked enough for the things that we do throughout the day, right? The most important talk is the talk that happens up here. So you need to be very careful of the input, but also be careful of what's already in there. Talk to yourself nice. Thank yourself for getting up. This is early. This is achievement. You got to win, right? You walk out into this world and you looking around and you've already won the day, right? Most people are just getting up, drinking coffee, trying to stretch it out. You have gotten up. So give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back. Nice job, Coach Chuck. Nice job, Coach Chuck, right? And then give yourself a high five. I know it seems corny, but man, let me tell you, it works. It works. Okay, so today's affirmation. Now, the reason why I'm trying to push this class is because there's a lot of information that a lot of people just don't have access to for whatever reason, right? I want to not make money a reason why a person doesn't have access to this information. Now, I'm 51, and I take care of my body. I feel good, right? But it's because I had this information as a young age. My uncle was the first one that put a dumbbell in my hand. Now, I come from a family that wasn't into working out, that didn't know a whole lot about taking care of their bodies, right? Or mind, right? But I had this one uncle that gave me this gift and was like, here, this is how you do it. This is how you, and I didn't even know it was a gift at the time. But I'm going to tell you, if I didn't have fitness in my life, I would not be here standing in front of you, right? But I bring that up to let you know that this is a journey. I mean, I've been on this journey longer than most, but it's a journey, and it's a continuously evolving journey. In terms of now, the focus is not so much on the body, the focus is now on the mind, because they need each other to propel each other. So today's affirmation is, I love who I am becoming. Because, let's say that again. I love who I am becoming. Now, what that means is that I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect in this workout thing. I'm not perfect with the positive mindset yet. I mean, it's a journey. I'm trying to get better and better. And sometimes we have a tendency, or at least I do, because I hold other people to high standards and I hold myself to high standards. And that brings about judgment, right, of other people, which is not good, and of myself, right? And sometimes I have to take a step back and look and really look at myself, give myself a round of applause, pat myself on the back, give myself that high five, and say, I love who I am becoming. And fall in love with the process of who you are becoming, right? Because it's a struggle, it's a battle, it's a daily battle. It's work, right? But give yourself some grace by saying, I love who I am becoming. I'm not there yet. I'm going to be there. Maybe I won't ever be there, but I'm going to keep pushing for that. And I'm going to keep having the attitude of gratitude so I can get to altitude. Yeah, it's corny, but I'm coming at you with all that stuff. Anyway, I want to thank you for getting up and joining me this morning for another Coach Chuck workout. I will be here tomorrow, 5 o'clock sharp, with more delicious movements, more encouragement, more corny affirmations. No, I'm going to quit saying corny because this stuff really works. Trust me. Affirmations, motivational speakers, you should be constantly trying to improve. But with that, love who you are becoming. Thank you, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Also, drop comments. This is free, but nothing's free. Come on, people. I got you on here. I'm giving this to you for free because I want you to give me feedback on how I can make this better. I already know my music sucks, but this is when I launch, you're going to be impressed with the music. I already know that, so I'm done. Don't give me no more of those suggestions. But everything else I am open to. So let me know. I love who I'm becoming. I love who you guys are becoming. And have a fantastic Wednesday.